Why does Jake not have a headset? Why does Jake not have a headset? Come get one.
Sorry about the, oh, wow. We're live. I am Kenny Kramer. I'm along with Mr. Ray Wanger. Kind of a different setup this year. We're watching the game on a monitor below the bleachers. So everything we see is like 2 or 3 seconds delay. We're going to do our best tonight, though.
We sure are. That was a good, nice basket by Jacob Good. I think they counted that. They counted that.
Lancers come in with a record of 6-0. They're ranked 20th in Class 2A basketball. Glenn comes in with a record of 5-1, and they're ranked 19th in 3A.
Their only loss was the opening the season against Plymouth Pilgrims.
Yes, and they lost 46-35.
So you've seen Glenn play before, Kenny. What's their MO? What makes them tick?
Mostly it's their defense. Mm-hmm. They're not known for their offense, but they only average about 38 points. They only give up 38 points on defense.
Oh, that's getting it done. I noticed when I was looking today researching. They're averaging only 50 points. For a 5-1 team, that says a lot about their defense.
Their lockdown defender is number 3, Jake Morris.
Morris. Haven't I heard that name from John Glenn before?
There's been a lot of Morrises.
15 years or so?
There's a lot of Morrises from Glenn. Shout out to the Morrises.
For those of you who don't know, my broadcasting partner tonight, Kenny Kramer, is a graduate of, recent graduate, 2017, of wonderful LaVille High School, but he's got friends at both schools. So he will not be, he doesn't have a skin in the game, so to speak.
No, I don't. I am very neutral. I really don't care who wins this game.
Well, I do. I have plenty of skin in the game, and I am unapologetically a Lancer apologist.
Well, you are a teacher here, so I would hope you would have skin in the game.
Meanwhile, Riley Wagner is making a name for himself as one of the first off the bench. He's in the game tonight, right now. Early arrival for Riley Wagner.
I saw Riley Wagner in the Rochester game, and he was created a lot of possessions for the Lancers. He was very physical. He got in there. He got loose balls, and that's what you want your players to do, especially on this team. You want your players to get loose balls. You want them to get rebounds and create more possessions for your team.
Well, Riley's not one that I think he realizes he's not going to give you 12, 15 points a night, but he makes up for it in other ways. He's the captain of my, are you ready for this? Spit and Grit Brigade.
Woo!
He is the captain and first member of that. He brings the football mentality onto the basketball floor, but a true gentleman and scholar.
And that's basically what this game is. It's almost like football. Less, but no tackling, obviously. But
you know something, Kenny? I said about being a scholar. That I wasn't just speaking off the top of my head. We have a team. From 1 to 11, every single one of these guys is an honor student, with one exception, and he's an above-average student. And I talked to Coach Edison about that very thing, and I said, "Is that important, Coach?" And he says, "It's huge." He really likes this team, Kenny.
Dalton Dove at the line. Misses the front end.
That Riley stepping on the baseline?
I believe so. We're trying to figure out the score. Obviously, if you've been watching the game long enough, you would probably keep stats down, but we have no idea what the score is.
Ten to 3, John Glenn.
I was talking with one of my friends who's on the varsity team for the Falcons, Jake Morris.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having a little fun with him, say, hey, I think LaVille's going to win, And he's like, there's no way we're losing to LaVille this year.
Is that what he said?
Yes. So
well, time will tell. It's a clash of former NSC rivals, longtime rivals. Dalton Dove to the line again. Coach Ballmer would call it the backyard brawl of US 6, part 2. We had part 1 when we played Bremen earlier this month. Came out on top of that one. Let's see how we do tonight. Dalton hits the first of 2.
He hits the second.
10 to 5.
Yes, sir.
Glenn
well, the
with
rivalry
early
is
lead.
doesn't show like it's even. Glenn does own the series in the last 30 years. It is 33-6 in favor of the Falcons.
33-6?
33-6.
Well, I guess Glenn would take that one, won't they? Basket for Glenn. 12-5 Falcons.
But LaVille does boast a 3-game winning streak in the series, dating back to the 50-48 win in Bi County.
Okay. When we came out of there for our first, nice on Riley, going to the line. Is that an and one? Yes, it is. Riley Cox, nice drive, Russ. Am I allowed to call him Russ?
Well, you have been since I've been calling him Russ. I've always called him Russ.
Our number 1 scorer. This to me is a breakout year. I guess because of the Cox name, I was expecting a lot, even his freshman year when he played major minutes. But he's really come into his own this year, averaging about a shade over 14 a game. He and our other junior starter, Luke Beeler, averaging a little over 13. And I see Jared Beeler's into the ball game. Jared Beeler, what do you think of when you hear Jared Beeler's name?
Jared Beeler was lights out from 3. He is a shooter. That kid can shoot the ball.
He is fun to watch. I think he made 2 or 3 again last night. Connor Wazorik hit a couple of threes last night, if I recall, and had about 13 last night. Anything we get above the average for Connor Wazorik is huge, in my opinion. By the
Basket
way,
for
Riley.
Yes.
Nice drive, nice feed.
Great job by Riley Cox there.
Nice
for the
feed.
bucket.
Here's
for
a
the Lancers.
Here's a trivia question for you, Kenny. Who leads the Lancers in assists right now?
Luke Beeler.
Oh, that's too easy. Too easy. Nice shot. Not Luke Beeler.
Connor Wazorik.
Not Connor Wazorik.
Jared Beeler.
Dalton Dove.
Dalton Dove
has an unheard of 6-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
Woo!
He's number 1 on the team right now in assists. I don't necessarily think that'll be that way at the end, but he adds another dimension to our team. Doesn't necessarily score a lot, rebound a lot, but he does a lot of the intangibles, Mr. Barden, Mr. Balmer, and any coach really appreciates.
And that's what you want your players to do. You teach them the things that you
Play
want them to do.
your strength.
But the things that they can do off script is what can make a player really, really great.
Sure. That's a good way of putting it. As a matter of fact, nice defense by Glenn. Possession stays here. As a matter of fact, the young man, number 3 out there right now, is a second member of my Spit and Grit Brigade, Connor Wazorek. He throws his body around out there, and he doesn't back down. He's got a little bit of the what Hawk Harrelson would call the maroon fanny to him. Now, in mixed company, I can't say what that really means.
Yes.
But, he's got a little bit of the not going to back down mentality about him. Love that young man's game.
Oh man, I love how you're throwing the Hawk in here.
Hey, we're the 2 of the 3 Sox fans in LaVille land and Lancer land. There's Jared
Beeler. Boom! Again, knocks down the 3.
Did it count?
Yes, it did.
Then he got knocked down in an N1.
Yes, he got fouled too. And he's going to go to the line for a 4-point play. Foul was on number 22, Nick Frankowitz. No, the basket is good.
Lancers keep possession. Was the foul away from the ball?
Connor Wazorek will
Connor Wazorek's going to the line.
We'll shoot one in the bonus. So the Lancers have
drawn some fouls. Are we in the bonus already?
Yes, we do. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So he has a chance. We have a chance for a 5-point play here. No, 6-point play. We only get 3 out of it.
By the wayside.
Rebound by number 5, Zach Mago. He's Glenn's leading scorer.
And leading rebounder, 15 and 7. There's that Connor Wazorek. Throwing his body around on the floor, gaining a possession, almost.
Nice job by Connor Wazorek. He's really stepped up since I saw him last year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year he wasn't that aggressive, but he's really, really aggressive this year. 14-12 is the score in favor of the Falcons.
Nice little run.
Looks to be about under 30 to go in the first quarter. Good defense by the Lancers. Shot was no good.
How about that position by Dalton Dove? Just fundamental. Play to your strengths. So were you talking about that earlier, Kenny?
Yes, we were.
Play to your strengths. If you can't score a lot of points, do other things that you can do. If you're a shooter like Jared Beeler, shoot the ball.
And I really feel that Dalton Dove can get a lot more rebounds. But, you know, he steps up for the Lancers. He does what he needs to do. Well, Dalton Dove missing the last-second shot.
That's the end of the first quarter. Very entertaining. 14-12, Falcons.
All right, we're going to cut to a commercial. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC. Want to know what I like best about
And
playing
we're back.
basketball for my
Are we? We're not. Oh, we're back. Second quarter of action here.
Lancer ball to start the second quarter.
Connor Wadzorek with the ball. And the Lancers are scoring 60.5 points a game. I looked. They're giving up 40 exact.
Jared Beeler from downtown again.
Another three.
Jared Beeler, shoot the ball. Beautiful, beautiful.
I think he's going to be the key of the game. If he can knock down three-pointers, LaVille has a chance to win tonight.
And
I'm not saying they are going to win.
Glenn's turns the ball over, excuse me. And Lancer first lead.
I think so.
Oh, Luke just got stripped.
There's Mike Macknick with the ball, lobs it up to Zach Mago. Mike Macknick and Zach Mago are the two the two big scorers for Glenn. If you can shut them down, you can really beat LaVille.
There's a nice elbow shot.
Beat LaVille. Beat Glenn.
Easier
I don't know what
said
I'm saying.
than done.
I don't know what I'm saying tonight.
It's been a while since you've been behind the mic, Kenny.
It has been. It's been a long time.
It's good being with you again. LV turning the ball over again.
Jake Morris entering the game for the Falcons.
LaVille turns the ball over about 11 times a game.
I think so.
Our MO is not to turn the ball over. We got ball handlers. Let's use them to the best of our abilities. Dalton
Another
on
rebound
board
for Dalton Dove. Dalton Dove outside. He fakes the three. Oh, Jared
Coach
Beeler.
Edison's bad about something, isn't he? A little bit rough on the inside.
I think so. There's a lot of yelling going on, and we don't even know what's going on half the time because there's a delay in the action.
Connor. Up floor. Come on, Dalton.
To Dalton, he saves it out of bounds. Falcons ball.
That's kind of a sloppy exchange there, Kenny. We turned the ball over twice in a row without getting shot. Possessions are key. Use the ball.
16-15 score.
Glenn back with the lead.
Yes. Zach Mago drives inside for the layup.
Zach Mago, 6'5", can put the ball on the floor. He can also shoot threes, too.
Yes, he can. He is.
Leading rebounder on the team. He's pretty valuable, wouldn't you say?
Yes, he is lights out from three. When he feels it, when he's on fire, he can really knock him down. But then there are nights where he can airball threes, too. So it really depends on how he feels.
Nearly another turnover by the Lancers. We got to clean that up.
Another turnover by the Lancers as he throw it out of bounds.
Riley coming in for
Riley Wagner was the one who threw that ball away. Jake Morris will set up the offense for the Falcons. Foul will go
Lancer ball
on the Falcons, I believe.
I think it's just a baseline issue.
Yes.
18-15, Glenn lead.
I think so.
Are we a little bit flustered by this defensive pressure by the Glenn Falcons?
I think we are. Glenn is very physical, and they love to play physical. LaVille, I don't think they've seen a very physical team this year. You know, with more just being physical, being tough on defense than the Falcons.
Well, we, despite all our experience, there's another turnover. Despite all our experience and years playing together, is that 3 or 4 straight turnovers now? We haven't gotten a shot off.
18-15 score.
18-15.
4:18 left to go in the first half. Again, we're sorry about, guessing the score. We have no idea what the score is until the scoreboard is seen on the camera. Again, we are underneath the bleachers here at Daly Cox Gymnasium. A little bit different setup.
Had some technical difficulties before the game started. Thanks for Vinny Walls to come in on his own time and get us straightened out.
You know who I want to give a shout out to tonight? The great Matthew Florian. Oh, that guy.
Mr. Florian,
awesome.
a new father, we hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I understand. Hey, Florian, if you're out there, best of everything to you.
Congrats, M-Flo.
Indeed.
Well, the Lancer basketball teams, both varsity boys and varsity girls, are having great years.
Hey,
varsity boys
that's a good point.
are 6-0, and the varsity girls 9-2 on the year.
9-2, just beat a tough South Bend Riley team the other night.
At the buzzer,
At the
too.
buzzer.
I saw that. I wasn't
Yeah.
there. I saw it on Facebook.
Let's give a shout out to Coach Duncan and the girls for that start she's had. It's another group of exciting, experienced girls out there, just like our boys.
And they seem to be having fun too. Just the way I've been seeing, posts on Facebook, they look like they're having fun, and that's the whole key on playing basketball, is having fun.
Sure, it's always fun when you win, though. Huh?
Exactly, it's always fun when you win. Luke Beeler missing the second free throw.
Lancer possession.
Zach Mago tried to save the ball for the Falcons.
Into the ball game, Jimmy Fisher, the third member of my Spit and Grit Brigade. Jimmy Fisher makes good things happen when he's in there. He may only get a few minutes a night, but something good is going to happen. I always feel that when Jimmy comes in. It may be a tip pass, maybe a rebound. Meanwhile, we throw it away again.
Robbie Porter had the block for the Falcons. .338 to go in the first half. Is that Mike Macknick at the line?
Yes. Shooting 2.
Knocks down the first one. Second one on the way, no good, off the back iron. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good, rebound. Goes to Connor Wazorek. Up to Riley Cox.
Okay, he's trapped in the corner. What are you going to do? Come to the ball?
And
Call a timeout.
Timeout called by the Lancers. 30-second timeout. We're going to take timeout as well. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
You want someone you can trust, someone who has personal ties with the community, someone who knows the Lancer Nation and wants to help better it.
Susan Goebel with Masterson and Associates wants to help Lancer families with all their real estate needs, whether it be buying, selling, or renting.
Located on North Michigan and Plymouth, Indiana. Contact Susan Goebel at 574-340-7484 or at her office number 574-936-8237. Mastersons and Associates, the Real Estate Corner.
And we're back to Daly Cox Gymnasium. There we go.
You having trouble with your internet over there, Kenny?
Yes. I cannot connect to the internet.
Irritating you, is it?
No, it's not. It's not irritating me at all. I wanted to talk about the girls' basketball team. I had it pulled up on here, but obviously no.
Aaron Aish. Aaron Aish. Talk about senior leadership.
Basket counts.
Beautiful.
I don't know who got the bucket. It was
Barker, Corey Barker.
Corey Barker.
Is there another Barker on the team? Colin, no?
Yes, there is.
Brothers?
Colin Barker, yes. They are brothers. I know both
They
of
also
them.
got another set of brothers, too, on here, don't they? The Youngs? Nate
Yes,
and Carter Young?
Nate and Carter Young. Shout out to them. 22-16 in favor of the Falcons. And the way this is going, if John Glenn keeps up this defense, the Lancers are going to have a tough time trying to claw back into this game.
Well, again, we're going to have to take better care of the ball. That's probably going to be something, point of emphasis from Coach Edison. Connor missing at the foul line.
I don't know how many turnovers the Lancers have tonight, but in this first half, they have a lot. Connor Resorick at the line.
Missed them both. Oh, he's gonna get another chance. There must have been a lane violation there.
Ooh.
That must be a point of emphasis this year. It happened, I saw twice in the JV game alone.
And he knocks down.
Yeah, we'll make him pay.
Oh, a little bit of action after the play. Dalton Dove gets shoved down by number 30, Mike Macknick. Obviously no foul. It's just,
Trying to clean it up.
Let's clean this up.
They don't call this a backyard brawl for nothing, you know. These guys know each other, don't they?
Oh, they know each other. That's why this game is so intense. They just go at each other. It's like,
what is it, about 8 miles down the road there?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Probably played with each other during the course of the summer and know each other's games fairly well.
Mike Mackney with the rebound. And he puts it up and in. This full court press and the defense by the Falcons is just shutting down the Lancers. They haven't been comfortable the whole game.
They haven't gotten into any offensive flow, that's for sure.
Jake Morris with the rebound. He's going to go up court. Shoots it off to Corey Barker, and he makes it. So the Falcons extending their lead now. LaVille needs a timeout. They need to settle down. They're letting John Glenn influence what they do.
Well, there's a lot of active hands out there from those Glenn Falcons. We seem flustered.
And that's what they do. That's what I've seen them do. Both games I've been to is they're active with their hands, but they don't foul very much.
Mm-hmm.
They're very active. You know, they go after the ball, and they go after the defenders too. And they move their feet too. That's the key on defense. Is moving your feet.
They seem to double well. They seem to leave their man and swarm toward the ball. There you go, Connor. Knock two of them down.
Minute 38 to go in the second quarter. Again, we're sorry about getting you the score. Folks at home probably know the game score better than we do. Good defense there by Dalton Dove.
There you go.
The rebound by Dalton Dove.
Was that 3 rebounds for him in the first half at least?
Think so. Is that Jared Beeler back out there?
Jared Beeler back out there. Draws the
Got
foul.
a foul, number 42. That'll be Carter Young. He's a freshman, and he's the only freshman for John Glenn.
Well, you got to have something on the ball to be a freshman on the varsity. Jared Beeler at the line.
He's got height.
Drains the
That's
first.
that's what John Glenn has, is height. 2 players that are 6 foot, 1 under 6 foot. The rest are 6'2" and above.
Jared Beeler, 8 points in the first half off the bench. That's huge. Huge in high school ball.
It's good when you have a deep bench like we do this year. It can really help you late in games.
That's a good point. This is if memory serves, this is our first back-to-back game. We'll see how our conditioning and how our depth is going to help us. If it's going to help us. Jimmy Fisher back in. I'm telling you, good things happen when that young man comes in.
Well, now you just jinxed it. Last night, the Lancers beat the Pioneer Panthers 63-46 at Pioneer.
Hoosier North Athletic Conference contest. Yeah, 2-0 for the Lancers now.
2-0 in the conference. Knox is number 2 in the conference at 1-0, but they're 4-1 overall.
Knox beat us last year, if memory serves. That's still kind of a sticking point with my partner.
Oh, that hurts. That one hurt.
Yeah, I can remember driving over that way.
Oh, boy.
It was a long ride home, wasn't it?
Oh, boy. Oh, that was a long, silent ride home. And 1, and we go into the half. 26-21 in favor of the Falcons. And that is halftime. We're going to cut to a commercial, but we'll be right back after this quick timeout. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.